Hello, dear students. Today, what we are going to learn under the product and brand management is particular topic is tactics for brand elements. So, tactics means the different ways through which we can uh, able to develop brand elements. A variety of brand elements can be chosen that inherently enhance brand awareness or facilitate the formation for strong, favorable, and unique brand association. These brand elements includes the brand names, URLs, logos, and symbols, characters, slogans, and packaging. So let us have a look about each one by one. First one is brand names. Like any brand element, brand names must be chosen with the six general criteria of memorability, meaningfulness, likability, transferability, adaptability, protectability in mind. So we can able to develop a choose particularly we can say brand names considering the six criteria, that is should be memorable, it should be meaningful, it should be liked, it should be transferable, it should be adaptable, and it should be protectable. So these are what we can say criteria of selecting the brand elements, and one of the brand elements is brand name. So at the time when we are choosing or selecting the brand name, we are also required to follow this criteria. Brand naming guidelines, brand awareness, simplicity and ease of pronunciation and spelling. So brand name should be simple one, and pronunciation and the spelling should be easy. Then for familiarity and meaningfulness, it should be familiar and it should have some meaning. Differentiated, distinctive, and uniqueness. It must differentiate than that of other brands or brand names available into the market, and it has some unique meaning. The next is about the brand association. Some the explicit and the implicit meanings consumers extract from it are important. In particular, the brand name can reinforce an important attribute or benefit associated that makes up its product positioning. So, brand names should associate with the brand names should be selected in such a way that it shows some benefit or attributes which is related to the uh, product. Particularly here, we can say that it either it explicit or implicit the meaning the consumers attracts from the brand name. Suppose head and shoulders, or particularly the brand name close up like this. Brand naming procedures, define objectives, generate names, screen initial candidates, study candidate names, then research the final candidates, select the final name. So brand naming procedure includes that first we need to define the objectives, that for which particular objectives we are required to select a brand name, and general we initial stage we are required to make the list out the names, means generate the different names. Screen initial candidates in the sense that after generating the different names related to the particular brand which we are going to provide a brand name, we are required to screen it out at the initial stage. We are required to separate someone which is not proper for our what we can say our object. Study candidate names, we are required to select the different names which are still remain and study that how it affects. Research the final candidates, after that we are required to make the final choice of the name and select the final name like this. So this is what the brand naming procedures. Second brand element is URLs. As we know that URLs means uniform resource locators. Specify the locations of pages on the web and are also commonly referred to as domain names. URL is also known as the domain names. So whether we say domain names or URLs, both are same, and we know very well that URL means uniform resource locators, that shows us that particularly it is a link which shows the location of the page on the web. A company can either sue the current owner of the URL for copyright infringement, buy the name from the current owner, or register all conceivable variations of its brand as domain names ahead of time. So company may, what we can say, at the time of selecting the um, URL, a company can also make it copyright infringement or buy the name from the current owner also, and by this way they can make their, what we can say, URLs unique one, and after that they are required to register it so that it is not copyrighted by the other one, and by this way the domain name of the company which is most suitable is remain for a long time within a company, and that is why it is very much important. The next brand elements are logos and symbols. Their logos and symbols play a critical role in building brand equity and especially the brand awareness. So brand can become aware because of the logos, because of the symbols of the brand particularly, and that is why these are also very much important. These are playing very important role in building brand equity. Logos range from corporate names or trademarks, uh, word marks, word marks with text only like this. So logos range from corporate names. We can also put the corporate names under the logo at the time of selecting the logo, and also we can able to use the trademarks. Particularly, we can say word mark with the text only, written in a distinctive form to entirely abstract designs that may be completely unrelated to the word mark, corporate name or corporate activities. So we are required to select this particularly, what we can say, text or what we can say we have selected for our design. We are required to put this text in a particular design in a way, particular we can say in an artistic way. We are required to put it so it becomes a logo of a particular company. The next is characters, a special type of brand symbols, one that takes on human or real life characters. It may be as human or real life characters. So some are animated like Pillsbury's, Poppin, Fresh, Duff Boy, then Peter Pan, Peanut Butter's character, and numerous serials characters such as Tony the Tiger, Caps Crunch, and Snap, then crackle and pop like this. So we have seen many of, what we can say, different characters which are used by the company during their advertising. It may be of, what we can say, on human or real life character. Others are live action figures like John Valdez, Colombian Coffee, and the Mytech Repairman, and Ronald McDonald like this. Notable newcomers include the AOL Running Man, the Budweiser's Frog, and the Aflac Duck. However, we have seen many of the particular, we can say here, Amul. So far as the Amul is concerned, we say that Amul Girl is there as a character. She art we have in C, that particular type of what we can say, main, which is for the particular, you can say, CR for the tire company, it is shown as a character. Likewise Asian Paints. So under this different brands, like we can say Amul, Asian Paints, and CR, such type of different characters are used. Also we are going to see about other such type of characters also. Fido the Lido like this. Then slogans. Also particularly you can see under the characters the Nirma Girl, as we have know very well about all this. That girl is which is, what we can say, taking ground, and it is a character which is there in the Nirma washing powder. Particularly you can see under the Nirma brand. Then next is slogans. Slogans are short phrases that communicate descriptive or persuasive information about the brand. Slogans are powerful branding devices because, like brand names, they are an extremely efficient shorthand means to build brand equity. Slogans are very much important. Some different brands can use the different slogans to make it unique for its particular identity like this. And that is why we can also say that it is a brand building, it is brand building equity, or it builds the brand equity. Because I am worth it. This is the slogan which is used by L'Oreal brands. Then just do it, as we know that it is used by the Nike brands. Classical slogans, it is the coolest one, Kelvinator. Then, ye hai right choice baby, Pepsi, like this. Then taste the thunder, thumbs up. दाग अच्छे हैं, सर्फ एक्सेल. हर घर कुछ कहता है, एशियन पेंट्स. सिंप्लीफ्लाई, ट्रैवल एंड टूर सर्विस कंपनी. कंप्लीट मैन, रेमन. बॉर्न टफ, सियाट. Neighbors envy and owner's pride, Onida. So these are the different slogans which we have seen that which is used by the particular brand to elaborate, or particularly can say to build the brand equity. The next elements includes jingles. Jingles are musical messages written around the brand, typically composed by professional songwriters. They often have enough catchy hooks and choruses to become almost permanently registered in the minds of the listeners, sometimes whether they want them to or not. So we know very well that there are many jingles we have listened during the advertisement of different brand related advertisements, different advertisement of different products of different brands. So these are remains what we can say forever in our mind. So as soon as we listen or even hear any sort of that particular jingle, we can remember or we can recall the brand. Jingles are perhaps most valuable in enhancing the brand awareness. So it is one of the most valuable, what we can say, brand elements that enhance the brand awareness. So these are what different examples, fresh and juicy, fruity, like this. Then healthy oil for healthy people, sun drop oil. Do this is Safedi, particularly Nirma washing powder. So these are the different examples of the jingles which are used by the particular brand. The next element is packaging. From the perspective of both the farm and the consumers, packaging must achieve a number of objectives. These are the different objectives which are achieved by any brand by selecting one of the brand element. Packaging most effective. So these are what we can say different objectives brand can able to achieve. Identify the brand, company can able to achieve, identify the brand. Because of the packaging, consumers and also particularly what we can say owners or distributors, wholesalers, retailers can easily able to identify the brand. Particularly consumer can easily identify the brand. And we know very well that by watching the packaging of any what we can say brand, we can identify that this is the package of particular brand. It may be of Balaji, for particular we can say different breakfast related what we can say packages are available of the Balaji, particularly in what we can say snacks food, like this. And also we can identify the different brands related to the shampoo, soap. Because of their packaging, we can easily identify that this particular product is of particular brand. Convey the descriptive and persuasive information. Packaging includes the descriptive and the persuasive information. Under the packaging, some discussion regarding the different what we can say products or ingredients or the process of how to use this, like this is also mentioned in the package, on the package. And also some information which pursued consumers very easily, that why this particular product is best, like this. Facilitate the product transportation and protection. Because of the proper packaging, we can able to transport the product with the protection. Assist at home storage, we can able to easily store these goods which are well packaged. Aid product consumptions. It also includes that how much is the product content and how much it is used. So what Susan B. Besant said, that value added packaging cuts through store clutters. Marketing News as 26 September 1998. Particularly we can say if we have packaging very well, it adds the value and also cuts through store clutters. It means that in particular we can say stores can uh, purchase those branded products whose packaging is very well. Packaging can influence the taste also. Our sense of taste and touch is very suggestible, and what we see on a package can lead us to test what we think we are going to test, like this. So we also, I think that I have also experienced this thing, and you have also experienced this thing, that by looking at the package of the particular, we can say food products related packaging, we are what we can say, salivate generates in our mouth, and we are wishing to have this. Even particularly I would like to say that we want to have this, we need this particular products to eat, because of seeing the what we can say, in the on the package, we attract to, or what we can say, our eagerness to eat that particular food is also increases. Packaging can influence value. Long after we have bought a product, a package can still lead us to believe we bought it because it was a good value. So because of what you can say, sometimes it is like this, that we have bought the particular products, and because of the packaging we can able to buy this product again, because that shows, that particular packaging shows that whatever we have bought is what and of what quality. So by this way, packaging can influence value also. Packaging can influence consumption. Studies of 48 different types of foods and personal care products have shown that people pour and consume between 18 and 32 more of 18 percentage and 32 percentage more of the product as the size of the container doubles. So it is also very much important that packaging can influence the consumption. If the container size is double, then particularly what we can say, consumption between 18 to 32 percentage more of the product is there. So what here it means to say that the container which we as which generally particularly can say is a company or is a brand we use is of double size of the actual content, means actual product in the on in the packaging, then the use increases by 18 to 32 percentage, increases 18 and 32 percentage more of the product. What here it is like to say that જો પેકેજિંગ છે એ જે કંઈ પણ કન્ટેનરમાં જે પ્રોડક્ટ્સ છે એની ક્વોન્ટિટી કરતાં ડબલ હશે, બરાબર છે, તો કન્ઝપ્શન છે એ વધી જશે. Packaging can influence how a person uses a product. One strategy to increase use of mature products has been to encourage people to use the brand in new situations, like a soup for breakfast, or new uses like baking soda as a refrigerator deodorizer, like this. So under packaging we can also able to highlight that what are the uses of this product. And earlier we used this particular product for one purpose or two purpose, but there are more than one and two purposes are highlighted, and we can also try to use this same product for other purposes, and by this way what we can say, that the uses of the product and definitely demand of the product also increases. An analysis of 26 products and 402 consumers showed that twice as many people learned about the new use from the package than from television ads. So a research also says that people can learn use the products more uh, from the package than that of any television ads. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर हमने पैकेजिंग में स्पेसिफाई किया है कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट यूजेस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट विच यू हैव नॉट यूज्ड अर्लियर, तो वो डिफरेंट यूजेस के लिए ट्राई करेंगे कंपेयर टू टेलीविजन एड्स. अगर हमने सेम कंटेंट सेम मैसेज टेलीविजन में दिया है तो उससे भी ज़्यादा इफेक्ट पैकेजिंग में अगर मैसेज दिया है उसकी रहती है. So this is what the reason that why we are required to use the effective packaging, and packaging can influence how a person uses a product. putting it all together. The entire set of brand elements makes up the brand identity, the contribution of all brand elements to the awareness and images. So we are required to put it all together, means we are required to put these all elements together so that we can able to generate the brand awareness in the mind of the consumer and able to generate the able to create the image in the mind of the consumers. The cohesiveness of the brand identity depends on the extent to which the brand elements are consistent. So um, cohesiveness of the brand identity depends on the extent to which the brand elements are consistent, in the sense how different brand elements are consistent to each other, and accordingly its effect is increased, and brand identity is depends on that. So this is what all about the tactics which we are used for the brand elements. So tactics for brand elements. I think you have got it clear. Thank you very much.